This is Residence 104.4 FM. Flipping marvellous, as always. And a Happy New Year to you, my little maestros. Thank you for your company. I'm Nick Hennegan, and it's time once again for a new season of joy and delectation with Literary London, where we talk about things, well, kind of literary and Londony generally. That's the kind of plan, although if you're a regular listener, you will know that we go all over the place and all over the world. And as is tradition, it's time for us to kick off this new year with our request show. I appealed, I tell you, for requests to Nick at mavericktheatre.co.uk or radio at mavericktheatre.co.uk, radio at mavericktheatre.co.uk. And of course, we've also now I've got my own special email, which you can get in touch with, Nick, N-I-C-K, at bohemianbritain.com. Nick at bohemianbritain.com. And if you're not aware, Bohemian Britain is where I just mess around, really. I mean, all sorts of things happen on there. So do check it out. So we've got requests today, and I'd like to start with this from Rebecca in Chelsea. Rebecca in Chelsea sent an email, said, "Hope you have a good Christmas and a new year. Could you play this for my friend Rob? He's off to the USA and he's a massive fan of the Beat Generation poets." It's a bit obscure, but you might come across it. Charles and Jean Shepherd recorded live at a track called The Clown. Well, Rebecca, O ye of little faith. Here it is.
Man, there was this clown, and he was a real happy guy, He had all these greens and all these yellows and all these oranges bubbling around inside of him. And he had just one thing he wanted in this world. He just wanted to make people laugh. That's all he wanted out of this world. He was a real happy guy. Let me tell you about this clown. He used to raise a sweat every night out on that stage and just wouldn't stop. That's how hard he worked. He was trying to make people laugh. He used to have this cute little gimmick where he had a seal follow him up and down a stepladder, blowing Columbia, the Gem of the Ocean on a B-flat Sears Roebuck Model 1322A plastic bugle, a real cute act. But they didn't laugh. Oh, you know, a few little things here and there, but not really. And he was booking out in all these tank towns, playing the Rotary Club and the Kiwanis Club and the American Legion Hall. And he just wasn't making it. And he had all these wonderful things going on inside of him, all these greens and yellows and all these oranges. He's a real happy guy. And all he wanted to do was to make people laugh. That's all he wanted out of this world, was to make people laugh. And then something began to grow. Something that just wasn't good began to grow inside of this guy. You know, it's a funny thing. It's something that began to trouble this clown. You know, little things. little things once in a while would happen that would make that crowd begin to move. But they were never the right things. Like, for example, the time the seal got sick on the stage, all over the stage, the crowd just broke up, you know? Little things like that. And they weren't supposed to be in the act, and they weren't supposed to be funny. This began to trouble him, began to bother him. This little thing began to grow inside. All those greens and all those oranges, all those yellows, they just weren't as bright as they used to be. And all he wanted to do was to make that crowd laugh. That's all he wanted to do. There was this one night in Dubuque when he was playing this Rotary Club. All these dentists and all these druggists, all these postmen sitting around, and they were a real cold bunch. Nothing was happening. He was leaving the stage when he stumbled over his ladder and fell flat on his face, just flat on his face. And he stands up, he's got this bloody nose. He looks out at the crowd, and that crowd is just rolling on the floor. He's just knocked them flat out. This begins to trouble him even more. And he begins to see something. He begins to see something. And right about here, things began to change, but really change. Not the least of which our clown changed his act. Bought himself a set of football pads, a yellow helmet with red stripes. Hired a girl who dropped a 5-pound sack of flour on his head every night from maybe 20 feet up. Oh man, what a bit. That just broke him up every night. But not like Dubuque. And all those colors, all those yellows, all those reds, all those oranges, a lot of gray in there now, a lot of blue. And all he wanted to do was to make this crowd laugh. It's all he wanted out of this world. They were laughing all right. Not like Dubuque, but they were laughing. And the dough started to come in. He was playing the big towns, Chicago, Detroit. And then it was Pittsburgh one night. Real fine town, Pittsburgh, you know. About 3/4 way through his act, a rope broke. Down came the backdrop, right on the back of the neck. And he went flat. And something broke. This was it. It hurt way down deep inside. He tried to get up. He looked out at the audience, and you should have seen that crowd. It was rolling in the aisle. This was bigger than Dubuque. This was bigger than Dubuque. He really had him going. But this was it. This was the last one. This was the last one. Yeah. This was the last one. He knew now. Man, he really knew now. But it was too late. And all he wanted was to make this crowd laugh. Well, they were laughing. But now he knew. That was the end of the clown. And you should have seen the bookings coming in. Man, his agent was on the phone for 24 hours. The Palladium. MCA. William Morris. But it was too late. He really knew now. He really knew. He really knew now. William Morris sends regrets.
Oh man, that was far out. Hey, slightly surreal start to the new year. That was from Rebecca in Chelsea for Rob. Looking forward to his trip to the USA. Yes, and that was one of the big generation poets, Charles Mingus and Gene Shepherd. And it was The Clown, recorded live. William Morris sends their regards. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Resonance 104.4 FM. It's literary London. We're also, don't forget, on bohemianbritain.com, my little mishmash mess of a website. And we're doing our request, our traditional New Year's request show. Michael has been in touch. Michael sent me an email to radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk. He's in Earl's Court, and he wanted a request for Annie in Christchurch. And he said she's a big fan of Dylan Thomas, and I loved your Child's Christmas in Wales that you played earlier on. Thank you very much, Michael. Very kind of you. Would you play anything else by Dylan Thomas? This is lovely. This is especially for Annie in Christchurch. Now, I was young and easy. Read by Tom Hollander, with music by Debbie Wiseman. Yeah, if you've ever watched Father Brown. She writes the music for that as well. A quality offering. But here is the Welsh Wizard.
Now as I was young and easy under the apple boughs, about the lilting house and happy as the grass was green, the night above the dingles starry, time let me hail and climb, golden in the heydays of his eyes. And honoured among wagons I was prince of the apple towns, and once below a time my lordly had the trees and leaves trail with daisies and barley down the rivers of the windfall light. All the sun long it was running, it was lovely, the hayfields high as the house, the tunes from the chimneys. It was air and playing, lovely and watery, and fire green as grass. And nightly under the simple stars, as I rode to sleep, the owls were bearing the farm away. And honoured among foxes and pheasants by the gay house, under the new-made clouds, and happy as the heart was long, in the sun borne over and over, I ran my heedless ways. My wishes raced through the house-high hay, and nothing I cared at my sky-blue trades, that time allows in all his tuneful turning, so few and such morning songs, before the children green and golden follow him out of grace. Nothing I cared in the lamb-white days, that time would take me up to the swallow-thronged loft by the shadow of my hand, in the moon that is always rising. Oh, as I was young and easy in the mercy of his means, time held me green and dying, though I sang in my chains like the sea.
Dylan Thomas. Now, as I was young and easy. I do like a bit of Dylan Thomas, and of course Dylan Thomas spent a lot of time in London. He liked it for talking and pubbing, although he used to say he could only really write away from London. I've never actually been to Larne. Might try and put that right this year. Larne, of course, is where he lived for a long time. But that was especially from Michael in Earl's Court for Annie in Christchurch, who is a bit of a Dylan Thomas fan. Of course, we've got Dylan Day coming up later on this year as well. So lots of exciting things. I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Literary London. It's our request show. Ruby in Hammersmith sent me an email. She said, would you just play a song for me? I saw the film, the new Wicked film, over the Christmas period, and it was really good. I haven't actually seen it myself. But she also said, I love the musical, and I was wondering if you could play a track from the musical for me. Ruby, this is for you.
Elphaba, why couldn't you stay calm for once instead of flying off the handle? I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy how you heard your cause forever. I hope you think you're clever. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. I hope you're proud how you would grovel in submission to feed your own ambition. So though I can't imagine how, I hope you're happy. right now. Listen to me. Just say you're sorry. You can still be with the wizard. What you've worked and waited for, you can have all you've ever wanted. I know, but I don't want it. No, I can't want it anymore. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts and close my eyes and leap. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can pull me down. Can't I make you understand? You're having delusions of grandeur. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. That's enough by defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity. You can't pull me down. Glinda, come with me. Think of what we could do together. Unlimited. Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. Glinda, dreams the way we planned them. If we work in tandem, there's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity. They'll never bring us down. Well, are you coming? I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this. You too. I hope it brings you bliss. I really hope you get it and you don't live to regret it. I hope you're happy in the end. I hope you're happy, my solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
Oh, what a pair of lungs. That, of course, was Defying Gravity from the musical Wicked, especially for Ruby in Hammersmith, who saw the film over the holiday period. As I say, I've not seen it myself. Try and put that right this year. But she also loved the musical. And that, of course, was from Wicked, Defying Gravity. And that's all we've got time for this week. Our request special. We'll be doing another one probably next month. You know, I like to throw them in every now and again. So if there's a particular poem or a song that you'd like to dedicate to someone, then as always, radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk will get you to me, as they say. radio@mavericktheatre.co.uk. Or I've got my new one, Nick, N-I-C-K, at bohemianbritain.com. Nick@bohemianbritain.com. But as I say, that's all we've got time for. Our New Year kick-off. I hope you've got some interesting plans for the year ahead. And hopefully we shall all, have a good 12 months. So join me next time if you can. I'm Nick Hennegan. This is Literary London on Bohemian Britain, but of course, chiefly on London's art station, Resonance 104.4 FM.